okay, really quick before the show starts, me and Jess just want to remind you that we are not only recording the audio of the show, we are recording the video. You can see our gross, disgusting faces, right, Jess?
You sure can.
And if you want to, please download the Fullscreen app. I have an exciting announcement. We are now working with AT&T. So if you are an AT&T eligible wireless customer, you can watch the show for a year with no extra cost.
Shut up!
I know. Just go to fullscreen.com/ATT and you can literally get a year of watching our show. I just made Rylan do it. It was really exciting. He has AT&T and now he can watch our show all the time and break up with me probably.
There you go.
So guys, go check it out and enjoy the show. We're back!
Yay! Happy New Year.
Well, this.
Oh, yeah, I forget.
I don't really know when this show will air. As of now, it is New Year's. This show might air in March.
Right.
It's still fresh.
Technically, it's almost my birthday then.
Oh my God. We're like, okay, you guys know when you're like watching Ellen or
I've been watching a lot of Ellen lately, actually.
Or Wendy or anything. They like film like multiple shows in a day, but they pretend like they don't.
Yeah.
So like it's actually Wednesday and Ellen's like, it's Friday and the audience laughs. And when I was a kid, I was like, why are they laughing? Fucking idiots. It's Friday. What the fuck is funny about that?
Hello.
And now I get it. Because we're like, it's March. This is January.
It's 2018.
What I'm trying to say is I'm Ellen.
Yeah, straight up.
Wait, good question.
Okay.
What talk show host do you think you'd be? I know mine.
Ooh. I feel like I'd be Oprah.
Shut the fuck up.
What? I want to help
Oprah?
people. Yeah. I want to have a
Oprah
lot of money,
Winfrey.
give a lot of shit away, interview people, and be cool.
Give me one example of how you are anything like Oprah.
I'm a kind person.
But she is not a kind person.
Yes, she is. She
Listen,
helps a lot of people.
I love Oprah, but you think she's kind.
All right. I am like Oprah because I am over a size 6. How about that? Because I'm a big woman with big things to say.
Yes.
Big dreams. Who would you be?
I'm like Oprah because I'm wearing stretchy pants.
Yeah. And I love bread.
Okay. Ooh, who am I? You know, my gut is to say Wendy Williams. How you doing?
How you
But
doing?
I'm not Wendy Williams. I'm really not. We don't really share that much in common because she's too diva-ish. Like she.
And you're not a diva.
What? I do have 2 cups here. Guys, if you want to see my 2 cups.
You have 2 cups in case one breaks down with a straw.
Well, here's what I have. I have my iced tea, which was here for me when I got here.
Yeah, they're good about that.
How you doing? And then my other cup is my Red Bull, my Diet Red Bull for my energy.
You're on Red Bull now?
I'm on it. I'm on the ball.
You're on the ball. Get your wings,
Got
queen.
my wings. Okay, so I'm not winning because I'm not a diva. Listen, I'm not a diva-ish. I know what I like.
Okay.
I'm Tyra. That's who I am.
You're Tyra.
Because she's a diva, but she says she's not.
And you're good at smizing.
I'm good at smizing. I'm good at pretending to be happy.
And you got a little crazy eye in you.
I do have a little bit of a crazy eye.
Yeah.
I actually have a weird wonky eye.
You do?
Guys, if you want to see my weird wonky eye, go to Fullscreen. No, okay, so
Get
let me
outta
explain.
here.
I didn't know I had a wonky eye until I started YouTubing because by the way, how YouTubing? Just had to get that out. So that's what she says.
How
Okay.
YouTubing?
When she's on her channel.
Oh my God.
Okay, so I'm like editing my first video ever, right? When I was like, I don't know, 20. And I was like so excited. And I was like, oh my God. Like at a certain angle, when I look down, I have a weird wonky eye. So for the last 10 years, I've been trying to edit it out of my videos.
You can't do it.
At like certain moments, if I look a certain way, I'm like, dirt. Like it looks crazy. Let me see. I'm going to give you my angles.
Okay.
Ready? Okay.
I get a little lazy eye when I get drunk sometimes.
Right. Okay. Well,
My left
I'm
one
sober.
goes in.
Okay. Ready?
Yeah.
So I'm looking down
Okay.
to the side. Do you
You're
see
looking
it?
to the left.
Okay. I'm looking to the side.
Looking to the
you
right.
see
You're
it?
fine.
Do you not see it?
I don't see a wonky eye.
That's nice. Okay, cool. Because I thought I got it from my mom. Because when I asked my mom about it, I said, where did I get my wonky eye from? And she said, well, probably me. Because every time I take a picture, one of my eyes goes weird. And I'm like, really? And then I look back at my childhood.
Why does her eye go weird?
And all her eyes are fucked up. My whole life.
Ooh.
And I'm like, I didn't even know.
Yeah, my dad has a fucked up eye, but that's because he did too much blow and one of the sides snapped and it flew back into his head. Yeah, dude, he was so bugged out. I guess the eye gets held by 2 muscles on the side of it, and one of them snapped and it rolled back.
Fun.
And they had to unroll it and put it back together.
Interesting.
Yeah, so.
Well,
But I don't see your wonky eye. It's not like a Shannon Doherty eye.
who's that?
She got mad wonk eyes.
Right.
She said it before, so we're not here to like, oh, you didn't know.
Okay.
But
Well,
Tyra Banks. You know what I have?
Tyra.
Remember when we used to do bank statements?
Oh my God, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Do you have
so
some?
I brought some
Wait, did we ever
to bring it back.
Did we ever coin the term bank statements?
We
'Cause that's
did.
really funny.
You did.
I did.
Yeah. And someone hit me up on Twitter recently, like, when are you going to be bank statements back? I was like, oh, yeah, that was genius.
Wait, first of all, let's just talk about the fact that on the show today we have Buck Angel. And Buck Angel, if you don't know who this is one of the most fascinating people in the world. So he is trans. And he has coined the term "man with a pussy." I think he coined it or somebody coined it. By the way, that was my term in middle school, so that's already been coined.
Labels, I'm triggered.
No, so he is a man. He was a woman. He is a porn star, an activist, like an inspirational speaker. Like really interesting, and has a good Tyra Banks story.
Oh, I can't wait to hear
I'm
it.
going to save it, but it's good.
Okay.
So, okay. Anyways, Tyra Banks.
So I figure we could just like say one thing maybe she says on Twitter and then just like either leave it at that or like go further with it.
No, like a
a
daily bank statement.
Yeah,
wait,
exactly.
We have our soundboard. We should like, what song should we use?
Oh.
Or like a...
Amen. Fist bump.
What?
Amen fist pump?
What? That's
Ooh,
it.
that's it. That's it.
All right. Time for
right.
your daily Tyra. Okay.
Say hello to all the good 2017 will bring you and goodbye to all the crap 2016 brought upon you.
Wait, but that's nice.
Oh, well, these are kind of like, Tyra's not like Farrah.
Wait, give
Like,
me
you
this.
can go through
Give me
them,
this.
but
I
save some
remember
for future
very
episodes today.
specific. I remember very specifically. Tyra Banks had a tweet. That's one of my favorite tweets of all time. And it goes, it was a 3-parter. And it was like, part 1 was like, you know, when you eat a muffin and then it has that ... continued. Part 2, that top, that crispy top. Why don't they just ... continued. Out of 3, it was like, sell a top, like just the muffin top. Like, that's a good idea, Ralphs. Get on that.
Oh, Tyra,
And I was
3
like,
messages.
oh,
3
she
messages.
needed 3. She literally could have just said, I like muffin tops.
Ralph's,
You know
should
what,
sell
though?
them.
That would be confusing because muffin tops are also like when your pants are too tight.
Yeah,
like,
and you have that extra fat.
You know what? She's smart.
You know what? Bring the muffin top back. Reclaim it.
Oh, here she goes. She says, when you really want to tweet something clever, but like, duh, mind blank. By the way,
Bank statements.
Get out of my vagina!
Whoa.
Whoa.
Wait, what was the vagina
I don't know, but
one?
I get 2 at once.
Get out of my vagina!
Wait, I know that voice.
Who is that?
Get out of my vagina!
Who
Wait,
is
guys,
that?
play along with this. Who is that?
Get out of my vagina!
Who is that?
Wait.
Get out of my vagina!
Sounds like Joy
Vagina.
Behal.
Get out of my vagina!
No. Oh, is that Whoopi Goldberg?
Get out of my vagina!
Kind of sounds like Whoopi.
Do we have any clarification?
Back in the habit?
Does anybody in the producers room?
It's Whoopi.
It's Whoopi Goldberg.
We just got word.
Vagina!
Wow, Whoopi.
Thanks, Obama.
Oh,
Oh, okay. Let's see.
we miss you.
I love these tweets. Wait.
But save
why-
some for the more episodes we do today.
Oh, this one's good. Why am I so happy right now?
That's it.
Oh, I
Why
relate.
am I so happy right
Actually, I
now?
don't relate. I'm never happy. I am happy, but I've never been so happy that I had to tweet it. Where I'm just like, I'm happy.
Yeah, I feel
Yeah.
like that's like a lot of people these days.
That's bragging.
And then I did a brag on the other day because I helped the cutest little old lady get to her car. She was like about to fall over, and I've always wanted to do that, like help an old person cross the street and stuff. So I tweeted it as like a humble brag.
I've always wanted to kill an old person.
Oh, don't do that.
Let me explain why.
Mm.
Because, okay, so The Purge, we've talked about this before. So the Purge movies are kind of not a bad idea. They just need to change a few rules.
Okay.
So in The Purge, if you haven't seen it, you're crazy. It's amazing.
I haven't seen it.
What? Really?
I'm crazy.
Okay. So basically, the government has a law where you can kill anybody you want, and it's totally legal for like
a
12 hours.
day.
Yeah. So okay. I feel like that should come into play so people can get their anger out and kill people and get their anger out and stuff. But like it has to be people over the age of 78.
What? That's
80,
discrimination.
80, over the age of 80. It has to be people who are annoying.
Okay.
So there's a test. Like there's like a like the SATs, but it's for annoying people.
Okay.
So it's like the questions are like, if you're at Target and you have a coupon, and that coupon is going to save you $1, but it takes 25 minutes to figure out how to use it.
Fuck it.
Are you going to use it?
No.
Okay, no. So you live.
I will. Thank you.
live.
Woo!
If you're an annoying ass old bitch or man
or whatever.
who says like, yeah, $1, yeah.
wait.
You should die. You should be purged.
Yeah, but they're probably rich because they probably do that every fucking day and save all their money.
Perfect. When I kill them, I'll take their money.
Oh,
Because
there
you
you
go
go.
into their house,
okay,
slaughter,
okay.
and then you find their bank, their
They're
douchebag. Oh, that was the
bank
wrong button.
statements.
Who would you? We've talked about this a million times, but who do you think should be like able to be killed? I say annoying
unfit
people over
parents
80. Ooh.
that do not understand how to parent and or raise people the right way.
So what's your question? Like on the annoying test
On the annoying test?
for the unfit parent? Like what's like the question?
Is it multiple choice or is it fill in your own answer?
I think it's a yes or no.
Okay, yes or no.
Yeah.
All right. While at a restaurant
Ooh.
with your
Ooh, I'm already mad.
children under 10 years old.
Ooh, I'm already mad.
And they start throwing food and
Ooh.
screaming.
Ooh.
Would you continue to eat your meal until it was done?
Mm-mm.
Or would you take your children and leave?
I would fucking take my children
You survived.
out of the Cheesecake Factory,
Bye.
back home. They should not be here.
That's it.
Cheesecake Factory is a luxury. It is not a given.
Hello?
It is not something you are given or handed.
Thank you. We don't wear all white for nothing for children
I
who
fucking
can't behave.
hate when parents bring their fucking little kids. Listen, by the
I
way,
can't
I
stand
don't
it.
hate little kids. They can live. They can live
No,
in the
of
purge. They can
course.
live. What I hate is parents who, by the way, have you ever been watching a rated R movie at 11 p.m. at a theater and there's babies there?
I mean, come on.
That's crazy.
I don't do anything after 11 p.m. anymore.
Get a
but
babysitter.
enough.
Have your dog watch
Or when
it.
they take their babies to Vegas.
That's crazy.
Enough.
I went to Vegas for New Year's, which is a whole nother story that we'll talk about on another podcast because it's 2 months long. But there was actual babies and children, like under 3, walking around Las Vegas Boulevard when there's people vomiting and like naked random people fucking each other. Like, and I
Yeah.
was like, what?
Disneyland. Or
Disneyland.
go to Disneyland.
Oh, right.
Or go to a park.
I thought you
or
meant that's what happens at
Vegas.
Disneyland.
Yeah,
I was
right.
like,
You're like,
what? I
everyone's
need to go to
fucking.
Disneyland.
Girl, you've been to that grotto.
By the way, for people to kill Disneyland people, listen, this is controversial.
Like the
and
pin
I'm
collectors?
sure they're in the room, and I'm sure they're in the producer's room.
Live your magical life.
People who go to Disneyland more than once a year, I don't even go ever, but if you go more than once a year, okay, that's
Mhm.
annoying. If your profile picture on any dating app is you at Disneyland, that's annoying. If you are a pin person, which we need to have on the podcast,
We should get that. I'll write that
can we
down.
write that down?
Pin person.
These people, okay, so they go
like
to
a
Disneyland.
super fan.
They have a big like binder of pins.
Yeah.
Little pins.
Or like on their Letterman Disney jacket.
Yeah, and
with, like,
they
embroidered
open up their
Mickey.
fucking binder by the trash can. They
Yeah.
sometimes set it up on top of the trash can. And they want people to walk by and gander at the pins. And so I walk up to the bitch and I'm like, oh, that's a cute poo pin. Can I buy it? She goes, can you buy it? This is worth $250. I've had it since I was a child. And I'm like, bitch, I didn't need the Wikipedia page on your pin.
Like, bitch, can I
didn't need
still
the
buy it?
Wikipedia page, bitch. I wanted to buy the pin. And then she goes, no, there's a gift shop. And I'm like, so what are you doing here? And she goes, showcasing. And I'm like, I'm out. You are added to the
Showcasing.
list of purge.
Girl.
Purge acceptable people.
Or those people that do the weddings at Disney. Like,
Bye.
enough.
Bye.
With the fucking ears, with
The
the,
people
bridal.
who go
You
there on-
grown ass man and woman.
The people who go there on Christmas. The people who go there on fucking Christmas need to die.
Just we love Disney.
anybody who goes there, because that's when you know, when you're like such a Disney person that you're like, you know what? It's going to be so crowded. We're not going to be able to move. The lines are going to be 5 hours long. It's going to be crazy, but let's still go anyways.
no.
There's something wrong with you.
No, thank you.
Something wrong with you.
It's okay.
Okay, so Disneyland people.
Yep.
Okay, who
Bad
else?
parents.
Bad parents, Disneyland people, people who are annoying and over the age of 80. I could go on for days. Who else? Anybody that would, honestly, anybody who has seen every episode of the Keeping Up with Kardashians. I don't,
Yeah.
which includes my mom, but you know what? I'm ready.
Bye.
Bye, Mom.
Bye, T.
Because the people, that show, first of all,
It's a lot.
fake.
Of course. Are you kidding?
Second of all, like, how unhealthy is it to live your life on camera every day, hair and makeup? And also, like, I saw a commercial for the new one, and it was Kim crying about the Paris attack or whatever, and then crying about Kanye being insane. And I'm like, this is not healthy. This is
No.
crazy. Who would watch this?
And it all started because you had a sex tape.
So the people who, okay, so those people who watch that show,
Mm-hmm.
especially the people who watch Black in China. You know what? Never mind. I get it. I watched one episode of Black in China. I get it.
I didn't watch it.
I get it. They're relatable. They're like fat and like crazy.
That's
and,
why
like,
they're relatable.
to me.
'Cause of you.
Yeah. I'm like, oh, they're just like me. They're fat, crazy, weird, worthless. Me.
Oh.
Me. Okay. Who else? Give me one.
Other types of people.
This is my favorite game ever.
Ooh, I would also do people that don't hold doors open for people. Like when you're rolling up and like if someone just like if you see me and you blatantly do not hold the door open for me, it's fucking rude.
Right.
Get your life together. I hate it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
One of my favorite producers is walking over here.
Did we do something wrong?
Are you showing? He had his phone out. Are you showing us your phone? Do you have a profile picture of you at Disneyland?
No, but I do have pins.
Are you?
He's
oh my
got
God,
pins.
Get over here
Get in here right now.
Sit down.
Our producer says, I love it. Come on, where do you keep them? In your shed?
I knew it.
Like, I don't have a binder of pins.
Do you keep them in your
here's
shed?
the thing, because I love you. So like now I'm scared, but I want to be open. This is like Trump meeting Obama.
This
it's
is
the same thing.
Okay.
No, it's not.
Okay. So hi, I'm
Hi.
Shane.
Shane.
Our Disney person?
Jason. Yeah.
Okay, great.
Hi, Jason.
Disney
Welcome to the
Okay.
show.
So Disney person, tell us why, and let's be open.
Okay.
Why do you like? Sorry, threw up a little bit. Disneyland.
Stop yelling at me. I produced this show too. I wanted to be a Disney animator when I was little.
Okay, I get it. Okay, I love
So
it.
I drew.
Okay.
And then I grew up here in Southern California.
Okay.
So when I had extra money, I didn't have a lot of friends.
Okay.
My girlfriends and I would go down to Disneyland
Okay.
maybe once or twice a week
No.
during the summer.
That's so much fucking money.
Yeah, but it was like home. You
Once
go,
or twice a week.
Once
Yeah.
or
What did you
twice.
do?
Oh.
What did we do?
Yeah, like what do you do at Disneyland? The fuck do you do there?
Everything. What do you mean?
What?
Once or twice a week?
Once or twice. Well,
go on
we
all
do
the
it back,
rides?
forward and
It's like food
backward.
shopping.
Yeah, well, it was like, oh, you want to go to, you want to go out tonight? Yeah, let's get some food. Let's go to Disneyland and we'll get dinner.
No,
And we'll get a $1,000 meal.
Disneyland is a whole production. Like
Yeah.
it takes hours. Like it takes hours to get there, park, to find your food. You have to walk through the whole fucking park. Then you find your food. Then it takes forever to get your food. I feel like that's like a 5-hour excursion. Where the Cheesecake Factory is maybe 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if you've been to Disneyland once or twice a week,
Right.
4 months at a time,
You don't need to hit the whole park one day.
No. Well, you can because you know when the crowds are going to get there. You know what day you shouldn't go. You know exactly the shortcuts through the grotto to get to the back. You know, so you.
What was like your
Shortcuts.
go-to restaurant?
Well, I had a big thing for the mint juleps over in Frontierland, over by the Haunted Mansion.
The Western Land, where you could put your head in the guillotine.
No. Well, no, not Frontierland. Oh, come on, New Orleans Square.
Okay, all right.
So over by Pirates of
that
the
place.
Caribbean, Haunted Mansion,
Okay.
Club 33. You know this?
Are you a
Club
part of the
30?
Club 33?
No, but I'm down. I would love to.
If you guys don't know, Club 33
Club
is like a hidden club in Disneyland where like only who's in it?
I think there's a membership of like thousands of dollars a year.
What?
No.
It's elite. You get like a pass to the park. There's like a train that takes you specifically to like you can get There's treats.
Okay.
Interesting.
I'm down. I would do
You know,
that.
okay, listen. On the one plus side, I did have a meal at Disneyland. That was one of the best meals I've ever had in my life. And it was in the Pirates of the Caribbean restaurant. And I hate to admit that, but the food was actually incredible.
Okay.
I still hate Disneyland, but the food was the best scallop potatoes I've ever had.
I do like scalloped potatoes.
It was real good. It was fishy. The smell was fishy because we're in the water and it smells like ass.
I
No,
like
but
that.
that smell is like my favorite smell. That
You got so offended.
Disneyland water smell.
No, it doesn't.
The Disneyland water smell?
There's-
Like in the
come on.
log ride.
You should sell
And
that
the
as
log
a
rides.
cologne.
And I would wear it.
Disney people, that's the
Disney.
cologne.
That's
They
it.
would
And then
buy it.
whoever buys it, they're dead.
Showcase.
Purged. They're purged, they're dead. Okay,
Wait,
wait. So
am
you
I
have,
getting purged?
You have pins?
You
I don't
might-
know.
we're not yet.
Right now, we're debating.
Yeah.
We're seeing if you're in or out. Wait, so you have pins.
Well, I have ears. And on the
You're
ears
dead. You're purged.
are
Sorry.
covered in
You're
pins.
purged. You're purged.
You wait.
But I'm on to my second pair of ears now because I made a trip this last year to Disney World for the first time.
You know, this
For the
gives me
first
hope that I'll
time.
fall
First
in
time.
love one
You
day.
are not a Disney person if you've only been there once. Disney
I'm
World?
a poor Disney person.
Right.
He spent all
That's
his
his
money
section.
on twice a week entry.
Wait, okay. What's your absolute favorite thing? Like when you walk into that magic fucking castle, kingdom. What is your favorite thing that you're just like, fuck me up? Like, oh.
I have to go get fucked up on this.
Mhm.
Well, have you had a tiger's tail at
That
Disneyland?
sounds mildly inappropriate.
Okay.
What is that?
Yeah, okay. There's
Sign me
a
up.
secret sweet shop down in the back behind what is it? Song of the South. what's the Splash Mountain?
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
down in that little poo area and Tigger and all that, you know,
Okay.
that back road's poo area.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
There's a sweet shop,
Mm.
and inside is a Tigger's tail,
Okay.
and it is marshmallow that's dipped in white chocolate
Okay.
with some dark chocolate drizzle on it, and
Yeah.
it looks like actually Tigger's tail.
Right.
It's striped.
Or like a dildo.
Okay.
you know.
Okay.
So that's you run to that Tigger tail. You're like,
Yeah,
Tigger,
I
fuck
used to
me
run
up.
for the turkey legs until
You bounced
I
all the way
had
there.
turkey legs, and then we went on the teacups right afterwards.
And you vomited
Ooh,
everywhere?
bad.
Kind of.
Did
yeah.
you ever do like? I'm not a drug person. I've never smoked
Yes.
weed. Neither is Chess.
No.
But don't people love to do drugs or get drunk and then go to Disneyland? Do you ever do that?
Yeah.
Yes.
How's that?
It's weird. I don't know. I mean, sometimes we take those little Listerine strip thingies.
Acid?
Of what?
No. Medical marijuana.
Oh.
The little
Okay.
strips, and you put it and
There
you
you go.
dissolve. You can't really taste
And then
it.
you go to Disney.
You can get a Disney.
That
Yeah.
seems scary to me. Seems stressful. Seems anxious.
No.
All the people
See, but I
there.
don't get paranoid on
Yeah.
Right.
yeah. that
Have you
stuff.
ever had a moment where you didn't like Disney? Like, did you ever have one
Yes.
trip where you're like, I don't like it here?
You had a fight with a boyfriend at Disney, and
Ooh, that's
a
hard.
screaming fight with little
Ooh.
kids walking by.
In the poo area?
Oh, in the poo area by the
It
sweet
was
shop?
actually down by Goofy's rape tunnel.
Oh, Goofy's rape
You have a
tunnel.
rape tunnel?
I don't know what it's really called, but you walk in the back.
What?
And
Oh, I
you're
actually met
walking
the guy who was
from-
Goofy forever.
You are the
Not
the
long
back
ago.
end of Thunder Mountain when you're walking into Fantasia. No, what's the Fantasyland?
Frontierland?
There's like this weird tunnel, and I think that's going to lead to the new Star Wars land.
Goofy's
but
rape
we've
tunnel?
always called it Goofy's rape tunnel because it's
Why?
just dark and it's in the back of the park.
We gotta go
Is there
to
like
Disneyland,
is there like creepy like echoey like like the whole time?
Yeah, it's one of the Easter eggs
Take
of
off your
Disneyland.
clothes.
You
Oh, I
hear
love
Goofy like having sex in the tunnel. No,
What?
That
Have you ever
number,
had
let
sex
me
at
take it.
Disneyland?
Yes, you have.
Come
In
on.
Goofy's rape tunnel, you totally did.
no, but I got touched on a ride.
Ooh, what ride?
Haunted mansion.
Haunted Mansion,
Yeah.
the Handy Mansion.
Because you're sitting in that
Wait,
chair and it's dark.
oh.
It's dark.
Wow.
Touching can
Did
happen.
you finish?
No,
Yeah, I feel like that's hard.
You got
Yeah.
2 minutes.
there's too many. No, and then there's ghosts
That's not the
watching,
problem.
and
Wow.
it's a whole black seat, so you have to be really.
Do you have any
Mm.
pictures on your phone of you at Disneyland wearing the ears? Yes, you do.
He's
Check
like,
it
I actually
out.
have it framed above my
We
fireplace.
need to see
blown
it.
up.
I need to
But
see
you're
because
not taking my phone.
Ah, I see. You've learned. We've learned
you
here.
can keep it in your hand. Wow, we met a Disney person. This is the first Disney person I've ever met who I didn't hate.
Yeah.
This is crazy.
Well, I think because you knew him
Wow.
before.
This
you
is
knew he was a
literally like
Disney
Trump. I
person.
feel like Trump right now. Like I'm meeting a Mexican and I'm like, I want to throw her over the wall.
Oh,
You
no,
know what I mean?
she's going to be cool. Let's
Yeah.
keep her. She'll be fine.
It's the same thing. I should be president.
So is it making it more acceptable to like Disneyland
yeah,
now?
you're helping the
Yeah.
Disney people.
Okay.
I
you
still want them
survived
dead.
it, a little bit. But I think you survived.
You know
it
what though?
first.
You know what's worse than Disney people? The Six Flags people.
That's Hogwarts.
It's even worse.
That's a lot. See, there you can't go drunk or stoned because I feel like you'd throw up on all those rides.
Where?
At Six
Six Flags.
Flags.
Oh yeah. No, I tried Universal Orlando. You can
Fuck
Oh,
drink
those are
that.
even the worst.
I got one of the big beers, and then
No.
we got in the line for the Hulk, and I got out, and I was like, how do people drink and ride?
Yeah,
it's
you
kind
can't.
of impossible.
Also, Universal Orlando is awful. It's so hot there you can't enjoy anything. Anything.
I
It's
haven't
like
been to Universal.
5,000 degrees.
I have been there actually.
I went there on my book tour and they were so sweet and they like gave us like VIP this and VIP that. And I got there 10 minutes later. I'm like, bitch, take me home.
You're
Sorry.
like sweaty.
Sorry. I'm like,
sweltering.
I'm dripping wet.
Yeah.
Universal people, they can go too.
Bye.
Well,
Bye.
Wait, while
No.
he's looking for that picture. Okay. Think of
No,
a
So
name.
basically, Disney and NBC, we purged you.
Oh no. Okay. I also think anybody who ooh.
no ears,
Oh,
but there is
I mean, it's in front of that castle.
in front of the castle.
wow. Oh my god. Wait, is that husband?
Boyfriend.
You're not married?
No.
Why did I think you were married?
It's
Do you
got a
live
shed
together?
full of Halloween
together.
costumes.
So how long have you lived together?
4 years. Oh no, a year and a half. We'll be together 4 years in April.
Oh, how's it
Okay.
going?
Really good.
Now, is he a Disney person?
No,
Yeah.
but he enjoyed it.
Did he?
He did
When was that?
this summer.
Oh,
Okay,
okay.
yeah.
Because if it was in the beginning of the relationship, I can see him faking it.
No,
Right.
no faking. No. He planned it with his friends. So,
Oh, did he get a Tigger tail?
wow, they don't have
Oh,
a Disney
did he?
World. Trying-
Somebody getting a ticker tail when somebody get herm. Hello.
Well,
He got a piglet tail. Let's keep it real. Well, thank you for changing our
You're
mind
welcome.
on the Disney people.
Yes.
I'm glad we talked to you. I feel like
Good.
is a nice way of us learning about other people.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll bring the ears in one day with the pins.
I will burn it.
Okay.
All right, guys, we're going to take a quick little break. That was
Hello.
everything.
We forgot
What?
about our friend here.
Oh my God! Speaking of Tiger Tails,
Hello. Very man time. Got made a mistake.
Oh.
That would make me choke. Oh man. So I think by the time this show airs, like I mentioned earlier, it's probably around my birthday.
Right.
So
Happy
if you were
birthday.
thinking of giving me some cool presents this year, I want what Sophia Abraham got for Christmas.
Give it to me.
These were just 4 of the major things highlighted by Farrah. Baby
Oh my
Sophia got
God.
a golf cart.
She got a golf cart.
a pink golf cart,
A fucking
which she
golf
was
cart.
driving by herself with no parent in it on Farrah's Snapchat. And she was actually good. She pulled it in the driveway and
I
parked.
love
It was
that.
bomb.
I'm okay with that.
So she got that.
I'm fine
See
with
what's
that.
next.
Oh, she got what I want.
Bitch got a pony.
No, she got a miniature horse.
Want to know its name?
Yeah.
Starburst.
Oh,
Yeah.
her life is better than all of ours.
Yes.
You know what? I take back what I said about Farrah being a bad parent. Money can buy good parenting.
It can.
Because look how happy this little bitch is.
So bitch got a
riding
pony.
that pony. She's gonna fuck that pony.
She's
She can be like, "Mommy
she's
does
7.
it."
Mommy does it.
All right, what is this?
That is some sort of, I don't know, tub of $1 billion roses, something.
The billion
Champagne.
roses.
I don't know. She's 7. Doesn't look excited about
Wow.
it. But
Yeah,
whatever it is.
I mean, when you get a pony, okay, I mean, keep the pony for last. You know what I mean? Like, don't
Right.
give a girl a pony and be like, wait, come back inside. I have a bucket of flowers.
it looks like an ice bucket from a hotel room.
Take your flowers, Mom, and shove them back up.
And then she got a jacuzzi with a mermaid tail.
What?
So bitch came up.
She got a jacuzzi and a mermaid.
So
That's
I
a
think
mermaid.
I'd prefer the jacuzzi and the mermaid. If you want to give that for me for my birthday.
She is seducting.
She is 7.
No, what I mean is she doesn't look seductive. I'm not saying she's attractive.
No, you said to seduct in.
What, yeah, like she
so-
looks like she's trying to seduct. Look
she
at her
is.
face. in
She's
that.
like, yeah, pool noodle.
Her pool noodle is everything. It's rainbow sprinkles.
She's working it. Oh.
God, this bitch is. We need to get her on the show. I
Baby
wanna interview
Sophia,
this
you
little
come
queen.
up, girl.
Bring her in with the donkey.
She did good. Bring
on
that
the
mini
golf cart.
Starburst up in here.
Oh my God, it's like carpool karaoke. Baby Sophia drives around in a golf cart.
But like maybe led by the mini horse, so it looks like a chariot.
Done and done.
Work.
Guys, I'm gonna go drain my mini horse. Stick around because when we come back, we have Buck Angel. Oh, I'm so excited! It's
I'm
gonna be
excited
good. Oh,
too.
if Buck is a Disney person, I'm done. Bye.
Bye.
I'm done. All right, guys. See you soon. Bye. Guys, we're back.
We are back.
We're here with Buck Angel. I have never had this many questions in my head at once. Okay. Let's start it off. Vagina.
Right on.
So we're just going to break into it. We're
That's
going to open
word.
it up. We're going to get right in.
Let's
Open
do it.
up.
Now, honestly, by the way, so you're not uncomfortable talking about vagina.
No.
Jess is.
Here
Yeah,
and
but
there.
Jess has issues, remember?
Exactly. Girl, we got walls
Jess
here.
has some, you have a lot of walls.
Mhm.
That's the problem.
That's it.
It is.
Wait, have we ever, side note, ooh, sorry. Everything
He's
is
so
hitting me. I
excited.
thought about a hymen, then I thought about Jess, and then I
Oh,
remembered
God.
you had a vagina, and I'm like, I have a lot of questions.
Do you have a vagina?
Here's
Well,
Sometimes.
Here's the thing.
It's debatable.
I heard that you like coined the term "man with a pussy," and
Uh-huh.
I'm like, I'm sorry. People called me that when I was in middle school, so she's been coined.
Right on.
We have
Right
to
on.
fight for the title.
Right on.
No, but I did have the smallest penis when I was a child. Didn't grow till I was like 22, on it, 25, and like it was like almost an innie, and I really did think I had a
Wow.
pussy.
Wow.
So you're,
But
you're
no,
my idol.
But I want to know, did people tease you about it? Did you get
Yeah.
teased about it?
So I feel like you can relate to this. Although, well, okay. So in like middle school in gym class or whatever, I would have like those gym shorts and they were really tight because I was fat, so they're really tight. And you could not see a dick. It just looked straight. And then like this little boy, he would touch it and be like, "Where is it? Where is it?"
How old?
I was probably like 12.
Wow.
And I was like, "It's inside of me."
Oh.
I haven't found the right one to let it out. Anyways, so back to you.
Oh.
Wait,
no,
so-
that's traumatic and
Yeah,
it's
it's-
not cool.
It's dark.
Yeah.
So for people at home who might not be aware of your legacy, let's break it down. So
Okay.
you are transgender,
Yes.
and you also are a former porn star,
Yes.
or the first transgender porn star.
Yes, I am.
Right?
Mhm.
Okay, which is crazy. and
Transgender
amazing.
man.
Transgender man. So
Porn
you
star.
man with vagina.
Yes.
how did this all happen? Let's like go back. So I watched a lot. I watched your documentary. I watched a bunch of videos of you online. I have a lot of questions about Tyra.
Good.
So many.
Speaking of vaginas. Okay, so when did you know? Like a lot of transgender people say that they knew when they were literally like 3. So was that the case for you?
Well, it's not that I knew I was transgender. I just felt like a boy.
Right.
And I was actually raised pretty much like a boy, like
Okay.
what we called a tomboy.
Where'd you
I'm
grow up?
54. In the Valley.
Hmm.
Yeah, San Fernando Valley.
Hey.
Yeah, right on. I
Oklahoma.
was a Valley girl.
All
I actually
right.
was.
Oh my
So, like,
God.
you know, back in the 70s and the 60s, we didn't talk about that. We talked about you being a tomboy.
Okay.
And what happens when you're a tomboy is you grow out of it, right?
Yeah.
She'll grow out of it.
I was a tomboy.
Right. You know, it's like you're gonna grow out of it. You're gonna become a girl, and I never grew out of it.
Wow.
And so that was the problem was that actually I'm really a boy, not a girl, but people didn't know how to. So they kept. Then I go to therapy, and therapists would say, "Well, you're really just a lesbian," right?
Right.
Because they would just understand that sexuality and gender are different things, but they didn't understand that. They just kept seeing my sexuality and not my gender because they didn't have the tools to work with it. So,
Right.
you know, that just ended up sending me into a spiral of drug
Yeah.
addiction and suicide attempts.
Well, were
and-
you even like, were you attracted to girls?
I was attracted to
Oh,
girls,
okay.
but I felt like a boy.
Right.
So it was like I felt attracted to girls as a boy, not as another woman. So for me, it was always straight sex.
So when you had sex, when you were a girl, and what age, up until what age were you like full girl? looking-wise?
28.
Okay, so
Mhm.
in
Damn.
your 20s, when you're having sex with girls, did it feel wrong, even though you were
Mhm.
attracted to them? It just felt wrong.
All my girlfriends were straight, right? They came from the straight world because
Okay.
I was a very masculine woman. So I was
Right.
very androgynous.
Mhm.
So they were attracted to that. And I felt like a boy, a man.
Right.
So our relationship was always very male and female. And they always
Right.
called me he. And they always,
Really?
yes, always treated me
Wow.
like a man, treated me like all of that. It was never really an issue. And that's why I felt okay sexually.
Huh.
But I didn't do the things I do now. I actually didn't get penetrated when I was a lesbian because I didn't feel comfortable. I was more butchy, you know, like
Yeah.
and I actually didn't have sex with my clothes off unless I was drunk.
Shane too.
Same here. Me.
Right on.
we actually probably have had the same surgery. So did you have? Because by the way, we have pictures here. I don't know if we can show them, but you naked is crazy because it's like
You have a great body, by the way.
you,
Thank
like
you.
I'm
this
like
manly
attractive.
body.
Word. For real.
This is
I was
your
like, this is my perfect
situation.
actually person because I don't want to
It
get
all
penetrated
comes
either,
out.
but I need a man, okay?
Perfect situation. Wait. So did you have? They took your boobs off?
Yeah,
I
so-
had that surgery too because
You
I
have
lost a bunch of weight.
gynecomastia, right?
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. So that's interesting that you say that. So I had my surgery done over 15, 16 years ago when
Okay.
there was no here in Los Angeles. There were no surgeons here. Nobody was doing it. I was the first transgender man in Los Angeles to actually have surgery and to go through the sex change here. And so I had to find a surgeon who dealt with gynecomastia. And that's what I went to a Beverly Hills surgeon who dealt only with men, biological men who have boobs. And he did this in surgery that he just got from Belgium, and no one had done it before. And it's called the keyhole surgery, where they cut underneath my areola. That's why I have no scars. And I was his first subject to do that on. Basically, I was his guinea pig.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so
Wow.
Cha-ching though, but you cut that price in half.
and it worked. It worked, and
Wow.
it was amazing. So yeah, I was very lucky. My hormone doctor, the same thing. Never dealt with transgender men. I was his first. He only dealt with trans women, and he actually said to me, "You will be my guinea pig."
Wow,
I
pioneer.
don't know what I'm doing, and I'm like, what do you do? I have to do it. I don't have a choice.
So at 28 is kind of the age that you were like,
Yes.
I finally think there's a word for this.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Is that what
And actually, I
happened?
didn't even know there was a word for it.
Wow.
I had seen a documentary with a transgender man in it that was done in Germany or something. I was like, wait a minute, I could be a man?
Mm.
Nobody told me. Not even my therapist, nobody. And finally, my therapist said, I believe you're a man. Let's figure out how we can do it.
Wow.
So what is because we've had on, I don't know if you're aware, so we had on Blair White, who's like a YouTube sensation.
Uh-huh.
She's trans. She does very controversial, like political videos.
Uh-huh.
And she's very not PC, very anti-social
I
justice
love her
warrior.
already.
She's
Mhm.
one of my favorite people ever. But she gets really mad there's certain things she gets mad about. She's mad that people say there's 56 genders. She thinks that's retarded.
Yeah.
She's mad.
It
Ooh,
is, it
By the
is.
way, sorry for saying the word
No,
retarded.
no, you did it. Right on.
I did it.
Right
Ah,
on.
my brother's retarded.
I
It's
love
fine.
you.
But she's like, listen, she's like, something that trans people like Caitlyn Jenner, people don't talk about in the public eye is
Right.
that being trans is technically kind of a mental thing.
Yes, 100%.
So it's kind of, and there's a word for it. I don't remember what dysphoria. Is there a word
gender
for it?
dysphoria.
Yeah, and she's like, it is like a medical thing.
It
and
is.
whatever. She's like, but she's like, all the excuses of people like, my soul is in the wrong body. She's
Right.
like, that's not real.
It's not real.
But nobody talks about it.
And I really appreciate you talking about that. And I have to meet her because really, honestly, what my advocacy now is about mental health. And when you said therapy, and I said mental health is everything, and that's a human thing. But specifically transgender people, we have mental health problems. We are not connected to our bodies mentally. Right. If you don't work on the engine, okay, let's say you buy a used car. Are you going to go and put upholstery in it and fix the tires and make it look hot, but you didn't fix the engine?
Right.
Can't
it's
run.
It's going to break down.
Right.
It's going to break down. It's the same thing. If you don't work on your engine and your mental health before you work on your outside, you are waiting for disaster.
And I feel like there's a stigma attached to it. And a lot of people try to do it on their own.
Yes.
And it's like, you need professional help sometimes.
Yes.
Like, you would go to a person to fix your car because I don't know how to do that. I'm going to go to someone that's going to help me fix my brain.
What are your thoughts, though, on like when a parent, when they're trying, and I've seen this happen especially in LA, where it's like a 3 or 5 year old and it's like, oh, well, they're trans. And I'm like, they're 5. And they're like, oh, and they're on hormones, they're on this, they're on that. And I'm just like, oh my God.
No, they don't give 5-year-olds hormones. Let me break that down for you because it's really important. I'm a believer of trans kids. And for a while I wasn't because I didn't understand it. But I remember myself as a kid and I was a trans kid.
Right.
But nobody understood it. I was a tomboy, remember?
Right.
But my parents did raise me as a transgender child, which is the reason why I'm so fucking
awesome.
Really centered today.
Right.
Is because my fucking parents understood my gender.
Right.
It wasn't until their friends said, actually, that's your daughter, not your son. And they were like, and they stopped treating me like their son and started treating me like their daughter. That's when all hell broke loose. So talking today with parents who are accepting their children when their 5-year-old is saying, Mommy, I feel like Tommy. I don't feel like Susie. And the mom just says, okay, what can we do? All they do at that point is just let you dress like a boy, treat you like a boy. I think that's very smart. You let the kids are smart.
Yeah.
Kids play with gender all the time. They play with gender all the time. So then when you get to be where puberty starts, which could be 10, 11, 12, what they do is hormone blockers. So what they do is they block hormones for puberty so that little Susie will not start developing breasts or getting her period. Instead, it's not dangerous because all it's doing is just limiting the puberty from starting.
How can I get some of that shit? I don't want a period. I don't need these boobs. I'm done.
Wait, but at 10.
So let's say Susie now just realizes, actually, I'm not trans. Actually, I don't feel that way.
Right.
All they do is lift those hormone blockers off and puberty starts again.
So then it's not a permanent thing.
No,
that's what I had.
It's a good idea.
Right.
It all makes sense.
That's why you had a vagina for half your life.
I get it. Wow. Okay.
Mom putting blockers in your applesauce.
Now, do you think also, but therapy is really important too, because I feel like a lot of people listening are trans or dealing with a lot of our audience is very outcasted and all that stuff. So, do you think the therapy thing is why some people don't do it, which is why they eventually go crazy?
No, I don't. Suicide is huge in the trans community. Yeah. It's because people still don't understand. And also we are, in our own community, are not advocating for mental health because there's this idea. In the old school way, we'd have to get a note from our therapist who took us to our doctor, and they basically were the people who were saying whether we're trans or not. Right. That's not the way it is anymore. You don't need to get a note from a doctor. You can go and just take hormones. I personally think that's a little bit dangerous. Yeah. I think you need to talk to a professional person. Just talk.
Yeah.
Just talk. How do I feel? Getting great feedback from you who doesn't know me can give me a different perspective. Am I really trans, or am I just gender queer? Right. Or am I just playing around with my gender? Because being a transsexual or transgender person is different than just playing with your hormones, surgery. Yeah. No turning back, my friend.
Now, so you still have a vagina. Now, was that a choice of you kind of became famous for having the vagina, so you're like, I better keep it? Or was it, I get it.
It's my moneymaker.
Or was it more of a choice of I know Blair, there are some people, trans people, that are like, ooh, I don't think I'm ever going to get that surgery because I don't need it because I'm mentally I'm fine. I don't need it. So is that how you felt?
Yes.
You were like, I feel like enough man. I don't need a dick.
And 100%. So that's why the reason I felt that way before I started doing pornography. And then I used pornography as a platform for me to sort of put it out there to say, I'm normal just like everybody else. Just because I have a vagina doesn't make me a man. And that's the thing that was very controversial. It never existed before I put it out there in the media world and said said, look, I'm okay with my vagina and I'm a man. People have lost their mind.
Well, Tyra, that was the big.
She lost her mind.
So tell us about. 'Cause
Well,
we hear
I don't know if
love.
it's from that, but she definitely.
We hear love talking about Tyra. So tell us your Tyra story. You were
Poor
on the
Tyra.
show.
What was in the bank
She was
statement?
actually really nice to me. I'll be honest with you. She was actually really nice to me, and she was like straight up flirting with me the whole fucking time. I'm like, I got it. But
Okay.
she was super cool. But that said, it's a stupid reality TV show. They actually tricked me to get on that show.
What
they said
show were you on?
To Tyra Banks
Oh,
show.
the talk show, not
yeah,
like
the talk
another
show.
one.
Yeah,
Okay.
and then they were like, not on the model show.
Yeah, I'm like, were you on Top Model Girl?
Top models. Right on. That would be awesome. So basically, they were going to bring me on to talk about all my work, blah blah blah, because they've been trying to get me on for 5 years, and I said no, I'm not going on that show to be made fun of.
Right.
It's
Yeah.
not going to happen. That's not who I am. So anyway, they get me on the show. And I think it's going to be a whole show about me. And I'm walking on set, and above the set, what does it say? Sexual oddities up next.
No.
What?
I lost my mind. I literally turned around to walk off the set, and the producer pushed me on. And I was like, there,
Yeah,
right
oh,
on.
hell no.
I'm like, I had to change into myself,
What does
right?
that mean?
Hi.
Oddity. So what were the other guests?
So the other guests were like a brother and a sister who are married and have children. And
Oh,
I'm like,
my
oh,
God.
thank you very much. A man who lactates and like to feed his baby. And I'm like, what? I'm like, what is going on here? I mean, I'm not making any judgments, whatever you want to do, but I'm not a sexual oddity.
Hello.
So I got on there and I sat next down to her, and I'm good. You guys.
Yeah.
I'm good. I'm a very professional. So I just went, all right, if you want to play with me, lady,
Right.
you're playing with the wrong man. So then I just sat down and then she started asking me questions. And then they showed on a big screen, this is Buck. He has a vagina. And then they go to the audience, and the audience is all, woo.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, this is going to be so good. And then she's like, so Buck, tell us about yourself. And I'm like, yeah, I'm a man who used to be a woman. And she's like, oh, really? Acting like she didn't know. And then she's like, but, and I'm like, here it comes. She's like, but you have a vagina. And I'm, yeah, I have a vagina. She's like, but I don't understand. I said, well, I was born a woman and I had a sex change, but I kept my vagina. And she's like, okay. And I said, but I like my vagina. And she's like, you like it? I said, actually, I love my vagina. And she looks at me like insanely like, what? And I go, here it goes. I had the opening right there. And I'm like, don't you love your vagina?
Yes.
Her face dropped. And she literally did that. Her face was like, no, I don't like my vagina. And I was like, got you. And then she realized what she did. And she was like, oh my God, I can't believe I just freaked out on my own vagina. And this dude is sitting next to me is like, my vagina is amazing. So really what happened was, that's a taped show. It's not a live show.
They had
So
to
really,
retape
actually,
it.
she's pretty awesome because she could have edited that piece out. You
Yeah.
know that? You can edit in. She didn't. She left it in, which means to me that she's actually more awesome than I thought she was. Because she's the executive producer.
Or is she not self-aware?
Well, no, what it is, she realized actually that she went on a huge vagina campaign after that.
Oh,
She
really?
realized how women are disconnected. Her own self is disconnected from her vagina.
Yeah, yeah.
She realized it. And at the end of that season, I became her most favorite guest.
Really?
Wow.
Just
Yes.
take notes.
Bravo.
Yes.
Jess,
Because
how
I
do you feel
brought
about your
awareness.
vagina?
I feel like it's underused. I
Wait, so you don't penetrate your vagina?
Now I do, yeah. But
Really?
prior to my sex change, I never did. I
Have you
never
ever-
felt comfortable.
Did you ever have sex with a guy ever?
Yes, but I hated it. Like I did it once or twice, and I felt like a woman having sex with a man. And I was like, ew, this
Oh.
is not okay. I'm the
Right.
man. I want to be the man.
Right.
So being penetrated as a man, I just feel like a man. Now I don't feel, it doesn't make me feel feminine. I don't
Right.
feel, my vagina does not feel feminine at all.
Right.
And I know what it means to feel feminine,
Right.
but it's not in any way or shape or it doesn't smell like a woman's vagina.
what does
Right.
it smell like?
It smells like balls.
Okay.
Clean balls.
Clean
Wait,
shaven
so
balls.
porn. So then you get into porn, and you're okay. So what is the porn? Was it you with another girl? Was it you? It wasn't you getting fucked by a guy. So like, what set the tone for the
Where?
porn?
Where-
Yeah, like your first
Your
time
porn.
doing
My
porn.
very first porn, I
Yeah.
couldn't get anybody to shoot with me.
Oh.
Not one. I'm telling you guys, I literally had to pioneer in the porn business.
Right.
Like that's really insane.
Yeah.
Google anything. Google gum chewing porn.
It's up there
They
now.
come up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it does. Yeah.
Anything, right?
Well, this
Clown
was
porn.
before porn was available on the internet.
Yeah,
And-
true.
and,
Yes,
you know,
I just started
Well,
when
people
it
were
happened.
sharing VHS tapes
Right
back and
on.
forth.
Now there was like chick with a dick porn.
Yes.
And that's still a thing.
Yes.
But I guess was there not
There was no
guy
man
with
with a pussy. I invented
Is that what people search? Is there
Now-
others now?
Oh yeah, yeah, totally. Not a lot, but there still is. I brought a lot of guys into the porn business. Yeah, under my label, I have a lot of guys that shoot for me. Totally, because that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to turn it into a genre. I don't want to be the only guy.
Right.
I want to make a genre of porn. That's how you make money.
Right.
That's how you make money. You make a genre in it.
So what's the genre called?
There's a genre called FDM porn.
F
Female
to-
to male. F female. T male.
Okay.
I mean to male. So
Right.
FTM. Female to
Interesting.
male porn.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's what it is. It's
So-
trans man porn, F to M porn. all
So
that.
you found your first porn. Who did you shoot it with, and what was it?
Myself.
Really?
So my very first porn was called The Adventures of Buck Naked, and then I lived in Louisiana, and I went out with my wife at the time, and we went out into like the bayou and like the swamps, and we just shot scenes with us together, or me masturbating, or us just having sex, and I made it into my first movie, and it
Okay.
just actually sold like crazy.
Wow.
Yeah, it was because no one had ever seen anything like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. Do you think it's sold because people are intrigued because they've never seen anything, or
Yes.
because they're into it and they
It's
either
like
relate
Avatar.
or they want
It's
to do
Avatar.
it?
Both.
You have to see it.
Yeah. And then you become attracted to it. So that's what happened.
Right.
Then after that, I didn't know
more.
who my customer base was because it never existed before.
Yeah.
I created something that didn't exist. So when I did, I'm like, but wait, who's going to be my customer base? So I made that film. Then I made a film with, finally I found some guys to shoot with me.
Okay.
A homeless guy. Honestly, I did. I found a homeless guy in New Orleans, a young 26-year-old punk kid.
Uh-huh.
I just cleaned him up, cut his fingernails.
No
I'm
way.
not kidding. Gave him $200.
And wait, and he fucked you?
Yeah.
I
it
thought
was
you didn't like
awesome.
it.
It's amazing.
No, I love it now. I hated it when I was a woman.
Oh.
Now I get fucked all the time, dude.
Oh.
Bring it on.
Interesting.
No,
Okay.
dude, I love
his
sex.
nails.
I have
Do you-
sex with men and women.
Do you consider yourself like bisexual?
Bisexual, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So your first porn, you're fucking a homeless guy.
Yeah, totally. Totally.
Oh my god.
It was so awesome. I'm a
I
homeless
love
punk
that.
dude. That, and then another one with me and my wife, and then these two like leather daddies I found, and I made a movie out of it. And that movie sold like mad to the gay male population.
Oh.
And that's when I discovered that the gay men are really into a man with a pussy, but they don't want to admit it. It's like the dirty little secret.
Right.
Now they're much more open about it. But back in the day, I used to get letters from guys saying, "I'm so attracted to you. Does it make me straight?" What? Look at me.
Yeah.
It's like saying, what restroom do I use? Really, people ask
Yeah.
me that all the time. What toilet do I use? Are you kidding? But people are
By the
so
way, you
focused.
were peeing next to me.
Oh,
I didn't know
right
this
now?
was when I came
Oh,
out. I'm
right
like,
on.
oh, is he here? And they're like,
Right
oh, yeah,
now?
he's in the bathroom. And I
Yeah.
was like, oh, he's peeing next to me.
Yeah.
And then I was like, I thought I peed for a long time.
Oh no, I peed for a long. I was
Holy
holding
fuck.
it because I drove far and I drank a whole bottle of water and I was
It-
dying.
It
Yeah,
was
that
the
405 today.
long pee.
It was like somebody was emptying out a milk truck.
Right
Like, that's how
on.
it sounded.
But that's
like,
because I also do
forever.
pee scenes, and so some of you have to learn to hold it in.
Hold on. Subject change.
What's a pee scene?
Are you kidding?
I'm pretending to not know.
I don't know.
What does that mean?
You are so pretending. dude.
Embrace
Is that a
it.
golden shower situation?
Yeah, yeah.
So
Okay.
you
Peed
pee
on.
on who?
If you want to be peed on, I'll pee on you.
So how do you do it? You lay down, like they
It
lay
depends.
down, you
I can
stand
do it in
over.
a shower. You can do it outside. I can pee in your mouth.
Can you aim
I
your
can pee
pussy
all over you? Oh yeah, I'm
with-
good at it.
So you can like, how do you aim it to pee?
Well, I learned how to stand and pee. I just taught myself how to do that, and that's also what I talked to Tyra about. Tyra's like, "Can you stand? How do you pee?" She asked me how I can pee, and do you stand and pee? I'm like, "Of course I stand and pee." And she's like, "How do you do it?" I actually showed her how to stand and pee on
Do it.
Tyra. You just stand.
I do it in the
Look,
shower.
the thing is, I have to pull my pants all the way down, right? So you stand
Okay.
like this, and you push forward. and
Yeah.
you just pee. It's that easy.
That's exactly
Sometimes
how I
you
did
have
it
to
when I
pull
had
it
a little
apart
dick.
a little bit.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Open the labias to splash
Yeah,
zone.
exactly. You have
The
a
same
little
way.
dick, you get it?
Yeah, same way.
Wait, okay. So you're peeing on people. What else do you can you squirt?
Well, I can squirt, but I
Shut
don't necessarily
up.
do sex. That one movie I did is very rare. I don't film anymore. I'm much more of a public speaker and an
Buckback
activist now.
Mountain.
Yeah,
Right.
that's a big seller.
Squirting. So wait, squirting, and I've had this debate with everybody on the planet. I think it's 100% real.
Squirting, I squirt all the time.
It's real, right?
Yes.
It's not just pee.
And women I have sex with squirt all the time.
So, but is that
It's-
something every girl can do? Can we
No.
teach Jess?
No, of course I can teach her.
Well,
I can totally. It's about
we'll
hitting
see.
the right spot.
What spot?
There's a G spot.
Where?
Way
Let
up
me find
inside
it.
there.
Jess is like, where?
Just get right here, my friend.
I think it's more of a Z spot for me.
Oh, so it's like really deep, which is
Yeah,
maybe
or-
most
or
women.
it's up. So there's the vagina, and then you have to put your fingers up.
Oh,
and-
so it's like a
and-
guy's G spot.
Yeah,
like the same
kind of.
thing.
Yes, exactly. So more towards the wall, but everyone's G spot is kind of a little bit different. But I find that when you go in and pull
Hook it.
forward. Exactly.
The hook.
You can
The
always
hook.
make a girl squirt like that.
Hook the G
Wow,
for the
yeah.
squirt.
Kids
For
listening
the
at home, use a hanger.
No.
A plastic
A
hanger.
No,
hanger.
that's
plastic-
abortion.
thick-
That's called
No.
abortion.
Yes, queen.
A thick plastic hanger with a baggie over it.
Well, I think they have
No.
dildos for that stuff now.
Do
Yes.
They have like.
Speaking of which,
They
you have
do.
sex toys. I need to understand this. So you brought one.
I thought it was a
so
book.
guys,
It's
if you,
clean,
If
don't
you want
worry.
to see this, go to fullscreen.com or download the Fullscreen app
Yes.
to see this. Okay.
Oh, you have an app?
So-
That's so awesome.
So okay, that's my dick. Okay, so what?
it is.
Okay, so how does this work? So this is for guys with vaginas.
And what
so
is
this
this
is
called?
made. This is the world's first transgender male sex toy on the market.
Okay.
Okay.
The
Wow.
world's first. So that it's called the Buck Off. And so you know how biological men have toys for stroking, for
Yes.
jacking off. They call it
Yeah.
stroking, right?
Okay.
So
Uh-huh.
the same thing with us. When we take testosterone, what happens is our clitorises grow to about the size of a thumb. Depending, it varies, just like biological guys, your penis
Okay.
varies. So what happens is that you want to stroke it. But there's guys like myself who are not necessarily so familiar with their vagina or feel comfortable touching their vagina. It still feels very feminine to them.
Right.
I'm a believer of sex.
Right.
I'm a believer that masturbation, connecting with your body, is part of sex and part of the transition. If you're transitioning but you're not having sex because you're scared, that's not transitioning.
Right.
You're still. So I believe that what I wanted to do was I wanted to create a product that enabled trans men who are not necessarily masturbating to be able to use something to help them masturbate.
A
So this,
gateway drug.
exactly. So this slips over, your clitoris, and it goes
Oh.
inside, and you pump and you suck. And this has a suck. See how it sucks?
Oh,
Jess, you could use that.
You could totally
I
use it.
probably could.
And actually, this is the first one, so I'm now making sizes. So what I'm doing is I'm
Ah.
making, because not all trans men take testosterone.
Would that work for micro penis as well?
Yes, exactly.
cool.
Yeah, or it
Yeah.
work for you because you have a micropenis. Just kidding.
Give me five.
Burn.
No, but actually, a lot of men are using it to what they're calling a knob polisher. So they're just
Oh, for the
they're
tip.
just the head of their
Oh,
cock,
just
just
the
like
tip.
My
that.
tip is
But
too
what's
thick.
so cool is I put these cool ridges inside, so when it sucks on you, it actually feels like those feel like a tongue.
Ooh, let me see.
So it's pretty
Oh.
awesome,
Wow.
and it's sold
How do you
out
go about-
big time.
How do you go about making this? Like, where
So
you,
I've actually worked on that for 5 years, and no toy company would touch it.
Really?
Not one toy company. They said there's no market.
You're like, hey, Mattel, you want to?
Hey, Barbie.
Yeah,
Hey, Barbie.
Barbie's clit stroker.
We should totally make Barbie's clit stroker. That's so awesome.
Wait, so you go? What's the sex toy company that makes it, or is it you?
So no. I went to an actual manufacturer. It's Perfect Fit brand, which is a gay men's sex toy company. But every other sex toy company I went to were like, no, there's no market for that. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Trans is the new gay.
Yeah, right.
Are you kidding? Like,
Yeah.
there's millions of trans men out there
And it
waiting
doesn't
for that.
exist yet. It's
And
not like
it
you're just
didn't
making
exist.
dildos because
It's like exactly. It's like it doesn't exist, but
Yeah,
I
'cause
guarantee you.
How else would you? Okay, so if you didn't have this and you have the extended clit, is it safe to stroke it with your hand, or is that too
Yeah,
sensitive?
but that gets boring. You want to use toys are awesome. So what a lot of us trans men did is we found regular toys made for the cisgender world or the mainstream world, and we cut them up. Like I would cut different
Oh.
kinds of toys up and make these things out of other toys. And then I'm just like, why don't we have our own? This is ridiculous.
Right.
It's not only the actual toy. What it is actually it's all about marketing and letting us be part of the world of
Yeah.
sex toys. When you walk into a store and you don't see anything, I don't care if you're a lady, a man, whatever. If you don't see a product geared for you, you feel left out.
Absolutely.
So now there's an actual product when you walk into a sex shop that says a female to male transgender stroker.
Wow.
That's
Like
a big deal.
validates
It's a validate
In a public space
right on,
too, not just
right
in who
on.
you are and all that stuff.
Exactly.
And that's
it's a
great.
validation, 100%.
What's like the craziest? Because I feel like you pretty much have no what's the word? Like
Limits?
Yeah, you have no limits. It's hard to
I
like
don't.
shock you. So like, have you ever had a porn situation where you've been like, "That's too crazy. I can't do that."
Poo. Let's just be honest here. Poo. I'm not into poo at all.
Interesting.
And poo happens.
Poo does happen.
Poo happens.
Is poo like a? I've never even. Is that like a mainstream porn thing? Because I've never even
Well,
seen. And I watch everything.
It is mainstream. It's
is?
out there. It's out there. There's a big, huge market for poo, but
Really?
there's a fine line, especially in the United States, with obscenity laws. So
Yeah.
we now have to watch a lot of. Now daddy boy is like a thing that we're not even allowed to sort of market anymore.
Really?
Because we're sort of like subject to these rules that nobody else is from our charging from Visa, MasterCard. They put us in a place where we have to pay a huge amount of money and able to charge for our websites. People don't know this. We have been sort of put in this corner of yeah, it's horrible. And like we can't use certain words, like you can't use daddy and boy, or you won't be able to use Visa on your website. We can't use things like girl. You can't use girl. Because,
What?
Yeah, they're saying that it's like pedophile stuff. Are you kidding?
What?
Yeah, that's what they're saying. Like basically daddy boy, that's a big genre in the gay men's world. It's huge. And now
Get it together, Visa.
It's so weird. No, but it's this whole idea of control. It's controlling us in our language and our sexuality. That's exactly what it's doing. Because it's fantasy.
Right. What do they call poop porn?
What are the poo porn?
Is that like if I go to like porn, I search it?
It's scat. Scat.
Oh, yeah.
And it's big in Europe.
Scatty.
Especially Germany.
Yeah, I don't think I want that.
It's insane. So I went to a sex club in Berlin.
like
Have
it's
you ever been to a
unsafe.
sex club in Berlin?
No.
Actually, that fucked me up.
Why? What do they do?
It's
What do
hard
they
to
do?
do it. They're crazy. They're so incredibly high on like meth or something that those weird eyes you get when you're on meth. And
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
All time. All the
and there's
time.
sex. So there's sex and meth. You turn into a crazy person.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And it's all these crazy
He's like a
men.
feral animal.
Yeah, totally. And I walked in all la la la, and I swear I thought I was gonna get raped.
So they run
forever.
at you with their
They
dicks
don't
out?
run at you, but they give you this like zombie.
Tag.
I'm gonna eat you, and I'm like, I'm leaving.
Wait, what is a sex club? Explain what it looks like when you walk in. Is there music? Is it
Yes.
dark? Is everybody naked?
Yeah, it's dark, mostly leather. So there's a
Okay.
lot of leather, a lot of dudes standing around just looking at each other, but with those really weird meth eyes. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
It's like,
I
it's like
actually just watched a whole meth head compilation.
Are they
the other day.
naked?
not yet. So that
Oh.
part, but then there's layers. So then you can go down into the dark rooms, and that's when it gets dirty. So I went down into the dark room, and there's slings, and I'm all into that. I love it. It's fun. I don't necessarily have to participate, but I sometimes like to watch and all of that. It's fascinating. And so there's dudes in slings, just like ramming each other with nothing safe.
Whew.
I'm big safe.
Well, that's scary
advocate.
too, because if you're going to a sex club,
Yes.
won't you catch something for
Of course.
sure?
Yeah.
No gloves for fisting, poo everywhere, blood.
no.
I'm like, where am I?
Wow.
It's gross.
You mean
in here.
Auschwitz?
I'm like, it doesn't.
I mean,
I'm not touching that. I'm
That's
not
a good
touching
name
that.
for a
It's
sex
your
club.
show.
oh man.
Wow.
Yeah, it's intense.
That's
Really, that was
crazy.
one of the things actually that I have. I got a little bit damaged by.
Yeah.
But other than that, I think I'm pretty cool. I don't know, just like the smell of poo and blood, and I'm like, how is this sexy? But
Blood
that's-
is the thing too, a porn
Oh
blood thing?
God, yeah.
But that's
blood's
really
huge.
dangerous.
Yeah, it's very dangerous.
Wow.
Very dangerous.
Do you menstruate?
Not anymore. About a month after I started taking my hormones, 22 years ago, I stopped.
Interesting.
And just about 3 years ago, what happened was I was on 20 years of testosterone, and I'm very good at going to the doctor, going and getting pap smears and checking everything out, which is a whole other story. So
Right.
can you imagine I show up at the gynecologist? They're
Oh my
like,
God.
what?
That's great.
They think I'm somebody's like husband
Yeah.
waiting for them.
Yeah.
Actually, I need an exam.
You're like, hey, stir us in. Just
No, it's horrifying. At first, they wouldn't work with me.
really.
The
I believe
doctors
it.
were like, no. They literally just said no.
You're like, it's the same part that you're a professional at looking at. So.
But they were uncomfortable with me. They said, we're uncomfortable with you. I'm like, are you kidding me? You're a doctor. It's your
Yeah.
job.
That's awful.
Wow. Like, no, it's really horrible. But so in Mexico, when I was living in Mexico, I got an infection because I had been 20 years on testosterone. And what happened was everything atrophied in my uterus. My uterus and my cervix atrophied together, which caused basically a petri dish of infection.
Oh.
And it burst and I went septic, which means I almost died.
Yeah.
And I got rushed to the emergency, blah, blah, blah. They ended up doing a major surgery on me. And it was the first case ever recorded of female reproductive system atrophied so bad from long-term use of testosterone.
Wow.
Yeah, again, I'm a guinea pig. Right?
Yeah.
There's not very many people ahead of me.
But now I'm sure are there systems in place to where what people
Yes.
are transitioning, they keep
A
an eye
little
out
bit.
for that.
It's
so.
not. No, not at all.
I
They
feel
don't
like
even
my
talk
parts
about
have
it.
atrophied,
It-
and I'm
it
not
could
even
happen.
on testosterone.
No, but it can happen.
I
It can
believe
happen,
it. I never
yeah.
heard about it before.
So-
Yeah.
Okay, so we have a game prepared, but before we get to the game, I just want to we've talked a lot, we've had a lot of fun, but I also just do okay, your mission. Let's talk about that for a second. What is your mission as of now? You don't really do porn anymore.
Well, I do work in the porn business, and my porn is part of my mission. I would say first and foremost, my mission is human rights.
Mm-hmm.
So I would say right now I consider myself more of a human rights activist.
Mm-hmm.
That said, I also believe in pornography as an educational tool.
Right.
And I'm a huge sex advocate. I'm not a sex educator per se, but I'm an advocate for teaching people to have sex.
Right.
That said, what I really think is important is what we talked about earlier, transgender children and transgender teens. Now, these transgender children and teens, great. What if they're not having any surgeries? For example, little Susie became little Tommy, and little Tommy still has a vagina, and Tommy's 13 like you, and Tommy has a vagina, and nobody's really talking about it. And Tommy's in the locker room with all the other young boys, and they all have penises, and he has a vagina. How dangerous is that?
Yeah.
Hugely dangerous.
Yeah.
So I'm advocating now to how do we start to talk to the trans children and get sex education on the table here?
Mm-hmm.
Because we need to normalize their bodies and normalize that they're going to start wanting to masturbate and they're going to want to start touching themselves. If we don't have this conversation, what is going to happen? We talk to you about safe sex, our sex. We talk to you about sex when you're a child, but no one's talking about.
But not even that, really.
Right.
You know,
Right.
even in those, as a straight woman, like I really didn't get that much education.
It is so dangerous.
From other than my friends or my big brother asking if anyone what a dildo is, you know, or just like, and it's such misinformation.
You should write like a children's book.
Ooh.
Well, the thing is, my pornography keeps me from that. I'll tell you, I get blocked out of a lot of things.
Really?
I do. I get blocked out of a lot of things, but you can't block me. I'll find another way, another
Change
venue.
the name of you.
Well, it's not possible. It's just not going to happen. But that said, I think what'll happen is I'll be able to talk to teenagers or high school students. I think I'll be able to work my way into
Absolutely.
that, and eventually kind of maybe.
But it needs to start younger.
It needs to start younger, but at least I can help to get something written to that. Parents aren't going to be cool with their 7-year-old Tommy speaking to Buck Angel, the man with the pussy. They're just not going to be cool with it.
No,
they're not.
Maybe in LA.
You'd be surprised.
No.
You'd be surprised.
Yeah.
People are still very offended by me.
Yeah.
They're very offended by me. And that's okay. Be offended by me. Wow. I want you to be offended by me because that's the whole way you start to think.
Sparks curiosity.
I don't want to be cuddly Buck. Let's bring him on. No, I want to be the guy who makes you start to think about shit.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, let's start thinking about kids with vaginas.
Right.
If we don't talk about it, let's start talking about masturbation.
Right.
Masturbation is awesome.
Yeah.
Why don't we encourage it?
Yeah, in a way that it's not creepy. It's
Right.
not you coming at it the wrong way. It's educational. It's just also it is what it is. So it's like why are we?
It's
not afraid to
normalizing
talk
you.
about it?
And everybody masturbates. Remember when you were a kid? You masturbated.
Except
Don't
for
lie.
Jess.
You masturbated.
I do. I masturbate.
You do?
Yeah,
But
it's
when
not
you
the
were a
only
kid,
action
That's
I
a
get.
bombshell.
But when you were a kid, you touched yourself.
Yeah,
Oh,
of course.
I
Absolutely.
masturbate 5 times a day. I'm not. I have a station,
I don't go crazy.
and I'm in a
you know,
relationship, and I
plug
still
in.
masturbate
It
like
doesn't
5 times a
matter.
day.
But, yeah.
Okay, speaking of sex, we are going to play. What is this game called?
Basically, we are going to, because to further this mission here
Right
and
on.
help the
Right.
audience understand
Right on.
what STIs are. Now, STIs, which used to be called STDs, they're now
I'm
called
still
STIs,
calling them STDs. I don't
sexually
care.
Yeah,
transmitted
that's the one.
infections, because diseases
Sexually
are permanent.
transmitted infections.
Because
Okay.
infections can be cured and
And
diseases,
diseases
cannot.
can't. Right.
Right. Okay.
So basically, we have a wheel of STIs.
Ooh, fun.
Scary.
And on
my
this
God.
wheel, in each thing, you spin, and then
Okay.
we can read off. There are symptoms,
Okay.
Okay.
and in each one, you have to read the symptoms and whatever one it lands on, and then guess what the STI
What it is. I'm going to be really bad at this because
So am I.
I
How
only know
embarrassing.
about herpes because I have.
Because you have it.
I have the cold
Right.
sore one.
Everybody has herpes. I
Everybody
think.
has that, and I didn't know that.
Yeah.
And when I called and I got the results, I started crying, and the
Right.
woman's like,
You're
"It's
like,
fine,
bitch, you
everybody
got
has it." I was like,
No, he just shaved his dick and scrapped off some layers.
Well, that was another thing. Is I
Hilarious.
shaved my dick and it got a blister, and I thought it was herpes, like genital
But
herpes.
wait, why did you shave your dick?
Well, you know,
You had
like
a hair
pull it
on
up.
it?
oh,
He left it
Let
going.
me explain something about
So
dicks
wrong.
to you. So,
I know, dick.
no, I shaved. I just wanted a clean dick. It was bad.
Oh no.
No, we're good.
Okay, so here we go. I'll spin first.
Okay.
Here come. Oh, that's
I'm
making me
nervous.
dizzy.
I don't do good. I'm not good in school.
Whoa.
Okay. So, swollen testicles, anal itching, burning pee, painful bowel movements, thick, cloudy, and bloody genital discharge.
My boyfriend.
Indian food?
Hey,
So that's number 7.
do you want
Ooh.
to answer key? of like possible.
That's how I felt after I got food
Cloudy.
poisoning at the Cheesecake Factory. So
Gross.
I'm
What does
gonna
that
go
say? Thick, cloudy.
Cloudy and bloody genital discharge.
Ooh.
Oh.
Painful bowel movements, swollen testicles, anal itching, burning pee. Whew.
Oh wait, I think I know that.
Would you like 3 to choose
Can
from?
I try?
Yeah, give
Yeah,
it-
or unless you
Gonorrhea?
want-
Is it gonorrhea?
You are good.
Wow.
Gonorrhea.
Because I had that shit.
So
did?
basically, you
I
have
had chlamydia, which is horrible.
Oof.
What is chlamydia?
Oh my god, can I tell you a real quick story?
Yeah.
So I shot a scene with the guy, and I'm very safe sex. I always use condoms and stuff. And he's, getting hard, and he just immediately just grabs my pussy after he'd been stroking his cock pre-cum. So then later on in the day, I'm getting dressed. I'm like, stuff's coming out of me. I'm
Oh my
like,
God.
whatever. I get on the plane to go to London to shoot a commercial. I'm gushing, like
Oh my
peeing
God.
myself. I'm like, what is going on? I go in the bathroom, just shit is coming out of me. I'm like, what is going on? I get to the shoot, and I have to shoot a naked video thing. And I'm like, what? And I had to, you guys are going to crack up. I went down to the store and got a tampon. And I shoved the tampon
That's
inside of
it.
me so that the chlamydia grossness wouldn't,
Oh
it was
my
gross.
God.
Oh,
It was
man.
happens that fast.
That fast.
Yeah.
No, seriously, that for a vagina, not for a man. He didn't even know he had it.
Wow.
It can lay dormant in a man for 6-7 months. You won't even, there's no symptoms
Did
for
you
men.
tell him? Like,
Of course,
hey,
he denied
motherfucker?
it. I'm like, dude, you're the last person I had sex with, and I'm going to tell everybody if
Everybody.
you don't say something right now.
Yeah.
I
Oh
will.
my God. So what did he do?
He did. He told. He said he did it. Yeah.
Is chlamydia, how does it go away?
It's easy. You just take antibiotics. Done in a day.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
Done.
really?
Yeah, it's super easy.
Oh,
It's just
well.
gross. Gross.
But the people need to know and be aware.
yes.
Yeah.
Spin
Okay.
the
Spin the
wheel.
wheel. Give it a spin.
Gonorrhea.
Gonorrhea, my friend.
Painful swollen testicles, painful bowel movements.
Which one is it? Is it in the middle?
Oh.
Is it
Yeah,
two?
I think
Okay.
it's that one.
Genital itching and discomfort.
Genital itching and discomfort.
Okay.
Bleeding with intercourse.
Ooh.
Mm.
Genital swelling.
Swelling.
What's that?
Genital swelling, itching or discomfort in the
Cauliflower
genital area.
shaped swellings.
Oh,
Cauliflower
I know what that is. Wait a minute. I know what that is.
Is
I'm
that-
gonna be
oh.
one less.
Is
I'm
that-
gonna be one less.
Is it her?
Is it herpes?
Yeah,
Yes. it
HPV,
is.
everybody.
It is herpes.
HPV.
Oh.
HPV, right?
Which, by the way, kids at home, it could just be rug burn or a blister.
True. But
I literally thought my life was over.
if you have small flesh colored or gray swellings in your genital area, it's probably HPV.
Yeah.
Right. Wait,
Cool.
have you ever? Okay, so like something like herpes, not the mouth one, but the dick and
Mhm.
pussy one. So that is forever, right?
Yes, it
But
is
you
forever.
take medicine.
You take medicine when you have an outbreak.
But
Yes.
if you don't have an outbreak
Uh-huh.
and you have sex, do
you're
they?
fine. It's fine.
Interesting.
Yeah, you just if you have an outbreak, you have to disclose that for sex.
But
'cause
if you don't have an outbreak,
if you don't have an outbreak, it's not contagious.
you don't even have to say anything.
Well, I would just because I'm that guy.
Yeah.
I am that guy.
Right,
I'm the
right.
guy who says I have a vagina before we fuck because you might
Right.
not know that.
Well, I think that's a good heads up.
But some people don't.
True.
But some people don't. It's really weird. Of
Really?
course, I'm going to tell you I have a vagina. Can you imagine if we're going to have sex
Yeah.
and you think I have a gigantic, because they always think I have a gigantic cock. And
For
then,
sure.
And then I'm like, but dude, I have a pussy. Some guys are like really insulted by it and freaked out.
Wow.
I've had guys say, are you kidding? I'm like, actually, no.
Right.
And it's like, yeah, it's weird. They get totally weirded out by it.
Huh.
Completely. Yeah, well, of course
Wait,
they
so
do.
are you
Well,
single
I get
right
it if
now?
you're expecting
yeah, I have a lady friend, but
Oh,
we're not,
okay.
I'm not like,
committed.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
feel you.
So when you go, like, are you on like dating apps?
I do scruff. I'll be honest with you, I do scruff, but I'm because I like scruff because it doesn't feel pressury on there. Like all the other ones, it's like too much pressure. Like I sometimes just want to go out for coffee or something. I really do. I meet
Right.
guys to go hang out in different countries, and maybe if I like you, I want to see you first. I'm not that desperate.
Right.
Mhm.
Do
You
you
know what I
say
mean?
on your like what does your profile say?
My profile says I'm Buck. I have a pussy. If you're into it, check me out. Google me. It says Google me.
That's it.
Google me and come back.
That's it.
Wow.
Yeah.
It works
Don't
if you
waste
work
my
it.
time. It says do not waste my time, and also don't. If you're a hater, go away.
Right.
Go
Yeah.
away. Just don't even say anything to me.
Well, guys, this has been a lot of fun and also educational,
Right
and
on.
also a learning experience. And we talked about Tyra. This has been a great day.
It's been a great day.
Right
Great
on.
day. And
Yeah.
thank you for being so open and
Yeah, of course.
honest
No,
and
thank you.
Spreading your message because I think it's important.
Yeah,
and I think
thank
it's
you.
a good time to start doing it in our
Yeah.
society.
Guys,
you know, it's like
go
I'm not
follow-
ready.
Go
Stop
follow
being triggered,
Buck.
let's roll.
Right
Go
on.
follow Buck. Go follow him on everything. You're
Everything. I'm
on
on everything.
Twitter, everything. Just Buck
Everything.
Angel,
Just
right?
Buck Angel.
Go Twitter. Go Facebook. Go all that crap.
Google.
And watch a documentary. It's really good. It's called. Wait, we have a picture of it.
Yeah.
It's called Mr. Angel. Documentary by Dan
Nice.
Hunt. He's a man like no other. Buck Angel. Wow, it's in film festivals.
Mm.
Oh my God, there's a picture of you as a girl like that.
Totally.
Guys, go check it out. It's very interesting. And hope you guys have fun with us. We have fun with you. Don't get any STIs. But if you do, don't be scared because you can just take a pill, right?
That's right.
Bye, guys.
Bye.